Hello, I'm Dan Dawkins. We're here today to do the first ever PSM3 podcast. I'm joined by, from my right, which you can't see, Nathan Irvine.
Hello.
Andrew of Kelly.
Hello.
Richard Broughton.
Hello.
Milford, that's his real name, Milford Copark.
Hello.
And David Cook.
Hello.
And a guest star today, Nathan Dighton. Ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Dighton.
Hello.
Who's a freelancer.
I am.
And a man who knows a lot about games, which is good, because we're here to talk about games.
Yes.
And have some fun.
Oh yeah.
Let's have some fun.
There's some fun being had
Let's
right
do
now.
it.
Apologies, we've meant to do a podcast for at least a couple of weeks, and we've finally got around to doing one. Mostly because we're so busy.
Yeah.
So it's good now to be finally sat down, drinking Coke and talking about games.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.
Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
We are.
So first we'll start off by talking about the hottest topic of the day.
Yes.
GTA
Transformers.
4. Transformers.
Oh. Who knows? We're spoiled for choice.
Tonight, as we record, tonight they're showing the second GTA 4 trailer. And what do we think they're going to show?
Oh, what's it called? It's got a name, hasn't it?
Looking for someone
Special
special.
someone, yeah. Which would imply that it's to do with getting a girlfriend in the game or something.
Possibly. Could relate to his
That's
cousin.
just an educated guess. I don't know.
Maybe it's ironic. Maybe it's something nasty and violent.
Maybe they're not looking for someone special.
Maybe not looking for anyone.
Yeah.
That was the ironic.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the level of insight we provide. Sorry.
I was just going to say maybe it's the continuation of the last trailer that we saw, where he goes to meet his cousin, which we've already seen. Dan.
Ah, that's correct.
That's just rubbing it in, isn't it?
That is
Roman?
True.
Is that his cousin's name?
Yes.
Roman?
It,
Abramovich?
Yeah, it
it
is.
is.
Not
No,
not Abramovich.
not
Yes, it's
Abramovich.
Roman, but wait there. Sorry, note to legal team. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, so really looking forward to seeing that. I mean, that's only just a few hours. I don't really know what they're going to show. I don't know if it'll be a different character, a different perspective.
Or a different planet, city, stroke
Oh.
country, continent, time period?
Just switching Andy's mic on now.
I wonder if they'll do
Mine
it.
as well.
Yeah, but letting it back on when Nathan speaks.
It's in space in the 70s.
It's in space in the 70s.
That's what it says on the forums.
But
Like the Jetsons.
honest to God, though, what does everyone think's going to be in it?
I want to know if they're going to do it, because obviously the last film, the trailer was heavily... What was that film it was influenced by? Whether it's going to be like that
Yeah.
again, or another film influenced by the trailer, or...
Yeah, I guess like stylistically, will they go with the same theme? It's difficult to say. I mean, whatever we predict will probably be proved to be giant fools
Because
in 2 sweet hours, because this would have been out for 5
Yeah.
days by the time, or whatever. it is, by the
everyone's
time.
watching it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
They've already
Laughing
watched
at
it
us.
and they're
Yeah.
laughing
Yeah.
down their earphones at
Well,
us.
they call him as
Us.
genius.
At us now.
Genius.
It's genius, having predicted nothing apart
Yeah.
from set in space in the 70s. Which really, if we do get that right, we're claiming the props for that.
But
Yeah.
there's also other big news today with the arrival of Transformers review code as well.
Yeah, Transformers the game came in today, which we played for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We
And
will
what
play
did we
more
think
than
after 10 minutes? Melf, what did you think of it after 10 minutes you was there?
I thought it was okay. It's kind of. Sorry, guys.
Hello, Mel.
Can someone switch Melf's mic?
Somebody's let man back and switched MILF off.
It's got to put 10p in.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. It's kind of might be a little bit rough around the edges.
It did look slightly rough around the
Yeah.
edges. I wasn't massively impressed by it. I'll say that.
I don't care. I had Peter Cullen saying one shall stand and one shall fall. It's great.
Yeah. At which point Rich stood up and said, "That's enough for me today.
Yeah.
I'm going home."
I don't want to spoil it after the cutscene.
Yeah.
That's all he asks of a Transformers game.
The
What you want?
cutscenes, though, from what we've seen, and this is review code, aren't very polished. I've seen the trailers online, and they look amazing, but I've seen these shots in the actual game, and it
Like
looks...
Spider-Man's there? Like
No,
Spider-Man 3's cutscenes
and also
were,
that Marvel game that first came out on PS3?
Marvel Alliance.
Yeah,
great
they were-
cutscene. Yeah.
Great cutscenes, rubbish game.
But you mean the
Or
end game
Soul
cutscenes, like the sort of end game stuff?
Yeah.
Because we saw the CG intro, didn't we? Where it's
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
the old robot men
Yeah.
having a big fight.
As we've said, we've only seen it for 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's certainly not a review.
review the next issue, which would be the 30th of August issue. Is that right? 2nd of August.
Second
of
2nd of
August.
August. I'm correcting myself. I'm lost in time.
Yeah, definitely the
My
second
mind's in the
one.
70s in space. Yeah, second of August. But yeah, I don't know. I've got a feeling it's going to be okay, like okay.
Yeah.
But it did seem to have some pretty jarring interruptions between in-game play and cutscene.
Yeah.
In-game play, cutscene.
Robotic, you could say.
Hey.
There's also the big convert theory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Convert button.
for some reason you press triangle to convert.
Which I pressed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan's gonna have a problem with the convert button.
I think Nate was still in God
robots
of War
in disguise.
mode.
Triangle should be
Converters.
surely.
They're actually the Transformers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, again, I think the jury's out with that. But we looked at the code. I don't know, I thought at times it was promising visually. Lots of explosions, lots going on. Maybe a little bit too easy to blow stuff up. Like everything was exploding at one stage, and it looked a bit weird.
One thing that was more interesting than that, but less interesting than GTA, was Jericho, which we saw earlier on as well.
Oh yeah, we just seen Codemasters just came down with Jericho code, and I thought Jericho was like Silent Hill or
I
Resident
thought it was
Evil.
going to be some scary game, like
It's
along the
Clive
lines
Barker,
of
isn't it?
Resident Evil. Yeah,
It's the horror. Is he a man who writes horror books?
he is fictional. He writes very fantasy.
Yeah,
based
and
not
he's responsible for
No, not
the
fictional.
beautiful Hellraiser series
Oh,
years
right.
ago with the lovely men with all their teeth held together with barbed
Cenobites.
wire, Cenobites.
Yeah.
And the game was a massive, quite a surprise. As in, I thought it would be slow-paced horror, weird plot. It's actually sort of like squad-based FPS.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, dare I say, Freedom Fighters, but in FPS mode.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. You've got a very disparate team, and they're kind of the plot's vaguely absurd as you expect. I think it's. Oh God, am I even going to tell you the plot?
Well, just sort of explaining in no more than 3 words.
Basically, before Adam and Eve,
It's more.
Basically before Adam then.
before Adam or Eve, God made something called the Firstborn, and the Firstborn, and forgive me if I got this wrong, the Firstborn was like the first to go at humanity, and
Yeah.
God didn't like it.
Turns out God made something quite evil.
Yeah, it was pretty well. So God banished the Firstborn. The Firstborn then is locked in some weird alternative universe, but at various points in history, cultists and various figures try to resurrect the Firstborn, who tries to do his evil thing within the world.
Yeah.
And every time he does this, they call upon, I think, the Jericho team, who are the team you lead,
Yeah.
to fight evil with
Yeah,
guns, which is amazing. But it was quite good. I mean, every character had they got 2 weapons each, which felt quite different. Visually, I thought it looked pretty good.
Was it Church, the lady who had the samurai sword and the machine pistol, which was quite a good combination of weapons, I
Is
think.
this going to be another controversial game?
Yeah, rewriting the Bible, sort of.
It's not.
No, we're rewriting
Just thinking the
Christian essays.
other recent trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that. I mean, it was bloody, but it wasn't like. I mean, obviously, when you see the sort of the monsters up close, they're pretty
Scary.
horrible.
Yeah.
But I thought that was quite exciting because they hadn't mixed the sound properly, so you didn't get the full effect. But
No.
crikey, I'm having a little. Sorry. I thought it looked pretty solid.
No, I thought it was good.
Were they fighting it? Are they like sort of deformed men? Or
They're
like
like
monsters? Or...
Men. They're like men with swords on their arms, and they can
Oh,
use
like the
a
suffering?
scorpion, scorpion from Mortal Kombat style spear
Ah,
and things
I
like that. And yeah, it does have a good mix of like special weapons and things like that.
It
So I was
looked
quite surprised.
Yeah,
pleasantly.
visually, not unlike a bit like Xbox's Gears of War at times with the rain effects and the shimmering look. A bit like Resistance, but a totally different universe.
Yeah.
And the squad-based play was very slick.
So
And there's
like
a couple of
Rainbow
quick-
Six.
Sorry,
Rainbow Six.
a bit like Rainbow Six, but
Squad play.
fighting the
Monsters.
Firstborn breed of hell.
Yeah, and not in Vegas.
Not
in Vegas. That's
Not
the-
in Vegas. Asterisk not confirmed. Not in Vegas.
Yeah,
But yeah, look really decent. I thought.
I have to play a bit more of that. So,
Yeah,
I reckon the
we've
Firstborn
got a
would wanna go
code, so
Vegas.
we'll let you know in the Mac.
yeah.
And I don't know. I was going to say let's talk about the track listings.
Yeah.
For SingStar 90s, but I haven't got the track listing.
Well, I remember quite a large portion of it.
Oh, well, this is good.
I studied it.
This is the new SingStar that's coming out
on PS2.
On
This
PS2.
is I think it's probably going to be the last PS2 one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
I reckon.
Highlights include "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
See, that would be good. You can't
Which
touch this.
wait there, Dave said he's going to sing for us now.
Did I?
Go on, Dave.
Yeah.
I didn't say any.
Oh,
Complete lie.
Count you in.
But
Yeah.
or was it MILF?
Andy can hum it.
Oh,
Dave's actually a big Sir Mix-a-Lot fan.
I thought he was a big
I am.
MC Hammer fan because he is wearing those balloon pants that he's got on.
This is all lies, readers. I take nothing about singing. I'm not wearing MC Hammer. It's all lies.
don't turn our recording studio into a house of lies.
Don't be ashamed, Dave.
Go back to the
Come on.
track listing.
Speaking of
yes,
MC
sorry.
Hammer, he's also in it. You Can't Touch This, or whatever. You Can't
What
Touch
else would
This.
it be?
Yeah, that's in it. That song by the Crash Test Dummies that have done Dumber. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Radiohead's Creep.
Well, that'll be a
Which
fun
is-
song to
Well,
sing.
it's like in the new one on PS3, they've got No Surprises by Radiohead. Two very depressing songs that you'd only sing if you were playing it alone in your bed
Are
sit.
there any happy Radiohead songs? No.
No, no, there isn't. What else is there? There's
Coffee and TV, Blur.
no.
I didn't see that. I'd like that.
Basically,
to be honest, but-
this all just boils down to the fact that it's all just filler for the PS2 now until the big event happens with the PS3 version of SingStar.
Well, that track list
Yeah,
it's been
wireless.
revealed as well,
yeah.
and there's some good
That's
stuff.
alright,
in
actually, yeah.
there.
I mean, I think the plan is for the PS3 one to have every song ever in the history
Yeah.
of SingStar available, I presume, via the store
It's still
in time. Which it seems to be up in the air, doesn't it?
as to how much they're going to be costing, like the tracks, how much they're going to be, but hopefully between about £1 and nothing.
Because you're paying for the video and the song technically. So if a song on iTunes or whatever is like 80p,
Yeah.
and a video on iTunes is probably about the same, so it might be like £2 for a song.
Oh, that would be absurd.
Surely, if you
But surely it should be 50p, just in case Sony are listening.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay. I'd rather pay like
please.
£5 for like an 80s pack or something.
Well,
Get
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
That would be like, I don't know, maybe more sensible.
Well, you have to buy back, even if you have like the SingStar 80s disc, apparently you can't use it, you can't insert it to use with the PS3 one, you have to buy back all the songs you already have if you want to play them in the PS3 one. That's what I heard on the internet.
You heard it?
Yeah, I told you. Some kind of weird Fahrenheit way.
Oh, I saw it on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it on a forum.
Andy, get out of bed, it's the internet. I got something I gotta say to you.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
So
And I think, yeah, and you know, that looks okay.
it should be fine.
Yeah.
It'll just be SingStar as we know it, but with songs only from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about PS3 version recording the iToy thing, not
Yeah.
iToy, the
i3,
i3 to record me dancing to MC Hammer with
Yeah.
with
With
the
Dave.
King of
With
Dance,
Dave.
Dave, showing me the moves in the
With
front.
Dave.
Oh, I am an excellent.
It's not even MC Hammer. I was going to do that. That's
Show me
CNC,
it's done, Dave.
that's CNC Music Factory.
What would be the point of me dancing without
On
a video
podcast.
camera?
Oh,
Well, there you have it. Next time we're bringing a camera.
it's time.
Next time I'll be off work.
He's like this at all the parties.
Come on.
He comes in, does a dance, and then he's off again.
Yeah.
Unless his camera say he literally won't dance. There's no point wearing the trousers otherwise.
What else has been happening?
Yeah.
Oh, games. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, back to games.
Yeah, I hope we were going to talk about. I was thinking this year, Guitar Hero. They've announced like the new songs and the new thing, but does anyone still care about Guitar Hero now that there's Rock Band?
No,
No.
sort of.
Until this rock
Yeah.
band.
The thing about Rock Band is
When-
the price, because people may just go back to Guitar Hero, because Rock Bands could be very expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard $199,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Which
Then you
works
get-
out at
£100.
120, 130 quid.
But you
Which
know they'll
is
mark it up a
quite
bit.
I'll
So
say-
that's
I'll
with
say-
all the peripherals, though, isn't it? You get the drum
Yeah.
kit, the mic, and guitar.
Is that with everything?
So you can start your own one-man band.
Because I thought the way that it was going to work was that, if you bought your copy of the game and an instrument, and you had to specialise, and then you'd have to connect to the internet to form a band.
No, because
That's
you see the
how my-
screenshots.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's great. That's when like 100 lead singers meet online. Who's the bassist again?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, no one.
Not me.
Yeah, not me. Lead guitar, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, you too.
Yeah, the drum lobby's full.
Yeah.
Three guys drumming at once in the same song. Get all overexcited.
Because my friends who are in real bands were quite excited because apparently playing the drums is a lot. Like everyone sort of jokes, Guitar Hero, or you may as well learn to play real guitar. Apparently not true. Much harder to play real guitar. But drums in Rock Band apparently quite like real drums.
I agree with the probably more difficult to play guitar, but if you put the effort in to actually play the guitar or learn it, than you would playing Guitar Hero, then I think you probably would learn an actual guitar.
You don't get points in real life though. It's
Yeah,
all about
you
the
don't.
points.
Yeah.
No, but apparently
That's
there's
the
get money
problem.
if you
I
win.
always find that's the problem with the real
Yeah.
life. When the internet's not waking you up at night
It's not
demanding you win.
points-based
You're not getting
actions
points.
or challenges out there. More points, please.
So if we had a PSM3 rock band, who would be what?
Well, I'd be lead singer.
Oh, well, obviously.
Yeah. Because I can't play any
We
instruments.
could have David sort of like a bass
David,
player.
they could dance behind us.
As long as we had a camera, Dave could do some dancing.
I'm better than
We'd have the i3 set up just on Dave.
You should see notes of Dan's doing right now.
Pretty
Throw some
great.
shapes.
Yeah.
I'll be plugging in the USB mixing decks. Decks.
That doesn't exist, so
Desk.
Dan's out of the band.
Yeah, guys, hello. In the mixing desk lobby, hello.
What would you play then, Rich?
I quite like the drums, they look quite good. I've had to go on some real drums before and they're good fun.
So drums and lead singers taken up. Who wants lead guitar?
Me.
Mill's taking lead guitar.
Andy's got the look for a bassist.
I'll be the manager.
Okay.
I'll be the extra
That
man.
means
You
I'll
know,
stand
like
there
where
and
people
play.
get extra guitarists on tour. I'll be like that.
You have the lead and rhythm.
Just tuning guitars on the side of the stage.
Yeah, I mean like a.
They can be like the guy who runs on stage and picks up the microphone when you knock it over.
Oh, brilliant.
The one that no one likes.
The roadie.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we'll just put an advert up on the internet for a bassist.
Yeah.
No one seems to want to take it.
Bassist wanted.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be
I
good.
fictional bassist on plastic bass.
There's no songs been released. No, why has there any tracks been released? I had a quick look today. I
I've
couldn't see
heard
any.
one that has been released, and that is Won't Get Filled Again by The Who.
Which is a song made up of very distinct parts, like a drum solo,
Yeah.
a singing bit
Oh,
where
I
you
see.
scream, and
Very
amazing guitar
strong.
riffs.
It's a very strong bass line as well.
Yeah.
Which once again, Milf will sing for us now.
Quick, someone switches mic off.
I was thinking Kiss Detroit Rock City would be really good because that's got some awesome guitar, good drums, and an awesome bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll have to pick songs that are very
Yeah.
distinctly split up into bits like that. Like a maybe a Beatles song with a little guitar solo, and a little
I'd be
Ringo
surprised.
drum bit.
I'd be surprised if there's any White Stripes in there then, because I mean, there's only guitar
Yeah.
and drum.
And
Well, bagpipes.
Yeah.
Oh, bagpipes.
And
Or
screws.
bagpipe
Third
riff.
wheel. Where's my bit? Where's my bit?
Yours is coming.
Yeah. Where's my bit? Oh,
At the
Oh,
end.
you missed it.
Interestingly, with the microphone, if you're singing in Rock Band, in the bits where you don't do anything, there's going to be tambourine sections, so
Oh,
you
right.
can like bang the mic on the beat and still feel involved. As the band do with the other exciting things.
That's-
Is there going to be a little accessory to put on your microphone that makes
It's
a
gotta
little
be.
chinging
I
sound?
don't know. That would be good though. A little
Yeah.
like real life jingle sound would be.
Maybe I've got a niche in the market. I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah. Dear third-party peripheral manufacturer, you and I are going to be rich. Repeat, rich.
Has the drum kit got a cowbell on it?
I doubt it very much.
Definitely
It's
needs
got
some more
is it a
cowbell.
4 or 5 pounds?
No, it needs a little cowbell. Again, peripheral makers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that USB cowbell.
You could just buy a cowbell and just make the noise.
Applies to the first reader who creates literally the one-man kit.
Yeah.
Who can make the straps and the foot pedals.
And we'll wear it in Bath. We'll walk
That'd be
around town
amazing.
wearing it.
Hang on. Andy will wear it.
Dave and Andy will wear it around Bath.
I will not wear it around that.
All these things you say.
I know. Dave, you're coming up across as very much a stick in the mud.
Get amongst it, do something.
Yeah.
No.
Unequivocally.
And another thing, if you play tightly as a band in it, there's like like in Guitar Hero, you get the
star power.
Star power, yeah. But if you play a sequence of notes all in the same, exactly tight like you would in a band, you get bonus points for being tight as a band.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
I think I have any arguments on stage.
I think it's going to be a great idea. And despite the fact that Rock Band is coming out, I am still sort of excited about Guitar Hero 3.
And
sort of.
Guitar Hero 80s as well, isn't it?
It'll be no less a good game, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's just.
It's moved on a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess the fact that the guys who used to make Guitar Hero are now making Rock Band.
Yeah.
So that
it's in safe hands.
So now it's in the hands of skateboarding legends, Neversoft.
Cowboys and skateboarding experts.
Yeah.
Neversoft.
But yeah, they're a really talented team. But I'm sure they'll do a perfectly good job. But
and the new peripheral guitar looks a lot more like a guitar rather than a Fisher Price. So
that's the whole thing about playing one-handed as well, so you can do the rock chords.
Yeah. So you can actually do the sign of the beast.
Yeah.
And you only see the colours from above, from your perspective, so
Yeah,
when people look at you think, he's really holding those notes.
Yeah. But on that child's guitar.
Yeah.
So,
In front of a telly.
Rock Band, we're looking forward to.
They're staring through your window, watching you play.
Yeah. Actually playing trouserless in front of the window.
Just another Saturday at the Andy household.
Yeah.
Just switching Andy's internet mic allowance off. Andy's been switched off. Which I think that leads us naturally to talking about E3. E3 this year, what are we looking forward to?
Is there one this year?
This sort of is. The potted story is E3 got stopped because I think last year, for example, Sony must have paid. They used to pay to go to the show itself and appear in this giant, enormous, like multi-hall thing. I can't describe it. It's a bit like the NEC
At the convention centre.
Yeah, at the LA Convention Centre. It's a bit like the NEC, but like a bit more big and American. And they used to pay literally each, rough figures, millions of dollars just to have a stand. And then they'd be right next door to each other. So at the points where the two stands join, you'd have like the crashing noise of the Midway stand meeting the deafening noise of the EA stands. They'd be constantly like trying to turn it up, fighting, competing. It's a massive, enormous, expensive bun fight.
Yeah.
And if you were like Sony last year, you paid multi-millions of dollars just to get your head kicked in on the internet. And alright, maybe they could have done a better job with the presentations, but it was really disproportionate to the way that it created negative PR for them. So I think this year they've just said, okay, we're going to do something. We still like the idea of having a centralised event, but we're going to hold it in sort of our own time and our own place, as opposed to all meeting in this great hall and waving our amazing marketing budgets and games around. But yeah, the end result is we're still going to get to see all the good games at a completely arbitrary date in the year,
which is still E3.
Yeah, so E3 is dead, but it's back.
Back
Can't
again.
Can't kill E3.
E3's dead. Long live E3.
But isn't it like in lots of little places now rather than just one big convention centre?
Yeah, it's in like loads of hotels around about Santa Monica.
Good.
Which for all of you who don't know, Santa Monica is a lovely area in Los Angeles near the beach, near where they film Baywatch and things.
Yes.
Well, they don't film Baywatch there, but that's where Baywatch is supposed to be filmed.
They had the great end of the movie scene there of falling down as well.
Oh yeah, on the pier.
Yeah, on the pier.
I didn't know that.
There you go, trivia fans.
Trivia fans, strike that in. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know that.
Showbiz facts as well as
Showbiz
games
facts.
industry stuff as well.
Oh yeah.
Got it all.
But there's going to be a lot. Again, there's going to be a lot of big games. Sony are going to show. We think Killzone. I think it's pretty definite they're showing Killzone.
2.5 hours of Killzone apparently.
Yeah, 2.5 hours of Killzone.
Which has got to be presentation broken up with hands-on.
Yeah,
I've heard they're using Dave's drawings as well.
Yeah, they are. I think it's like round drawings. That's what the game looked like.
Definitely doing Dave's drums. Dave's actually, you've seen it in an early version. What did you think of it then?
I thought it looked very impressive. Not quite the E3 trailer of 2005, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, not that standard, and I don't think anyone really expected it to be.
I'm sorry.
No,
to
that's
cut you
fine.
off there.
Yeah.
But I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen that trailer yet anywhere. And
No.
you saw it like
That's true.
Yeah, it's
4 or
been-
5 months ago.
Yeah, something like that. It was March I saw it,
Yeah.
and it hasn't been leaked in any way.
No, there's no
either.
like shaky cam footage on YouTube or anything.
Oh, they're very fair about not videoing it or taking photos.
It's a good job you're
so men standing about glaring.
Good job you're so good at drawing.
Yeah.
Otherwise we would
Photographic
never have
memory,
seen it.
excellent crayon skills.
Problem is, if they did video it, David would have started dancing.
Yeah.
There was that. If the cameras had come out, David would be like, not now, Dave. If I was in, shut up, who's that bloke?
And then no one would have seen Killzone.
No.
It would have taken away.
But
But it's amazing, you're right, that no one, like, no viral, you know, like, no one took a mobile phone in or recorded it or anything. You know, I remember at TGS, the Tokyo Game Show, they did a thing again when they showed off a few new games. And they said there, no cameras, absolutely no cameras. I remember I had the camera and I left it on, and you know you do that trick of like, I'm giving away my only good trick I've got. But like you just like you leave it running and put it down. I'm not using that camera, or like you put it on a man's head like a hat. Like
in your giant cowboy.
Yeah. Just, okay, guys, my camera. I'll just put on this giant whirring Stetson. Just talk to the Stetson. or the old PSM3. The other brilliant thing we use is the PSM3 loaf of bread.
Always take it off of bread.
If you smell, believe me, developers, if you can smell fresh bacon, you're an enormous problem. No, we don't actually use the loaf of bread. We've moved on. We've got new techniques.
So what else are we all looking forward to at E3 then? Milf, what are you looking forward to?
Metal Gear. I mean, it's got to be. It's going to be absolutely amazing when it comes out.
It's got to be there.
Yeah.
They've
I think it'll be there.
They've left it sufficiently enough time now to make a comeback and show something that's going to blow our pants off.
When was the last trailer? Was that TGS?
I think it was TGS.
Yeah.
They released one recently,
October,
actually.
so-
They've done a recut of all the original trailers and released
Yeah.
it like a few weeks ago, and apparently there's subtle differences in it, but that's like, yeah, some things have changed apparently in it, it says on the internet.
But yeah, I think
So you wrote.
Internet again.
I think it's about time we we just saw a new trailer rather than something.
I'm hoping for some Resident Evil 5 stuff.
Resi 5.
Yeah.
Hopefully so.
Yes.
Hopefully so.
Yes.
Dan looks like he might sweat.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
But let's quick change the
I can in
subject.
no way confirm or deny that would be there, but I think Resident Evil. What do they say when Jonathan Ross is interviewing someone and they're sweating?
They go to a break. I know it's on the BBC.
Yeah, they go to a
Can't go to a
Jonathan
break.
Ross, go to a break. Oh, bum. Ah, God. I think Resi 5 might be there,
Yes.
but I don't know that. But I think it might be there.
Okay.
Repeat, I don't know that.
Nathan,
can't
what,
wait
are
for
you,
that.
what are you looking for? Let's take some heat off Dan for a second.
Yeah.
What are you
New PES.
new PES?
New PES. Yeah, I want to see how it runs. I want to see. I'm big online with PES, and I want to see. I want to see it on PS3. I want to see it beautifully playing lag-free online.
Yes, I agree. But we have been playing PES on PS3 today, PES 6, and I will say if you're a fan of using the R2 button when playing PES, the PS3 pad does feel a bit weird. For
Yeah,
doing,
it's that the
doing those
give in the
skills.
trigger. If you're like an R2 shuffle man,
Yeah.
the give in the trigger is quite unfriendly. But yeah, looking forward to it. Hopefully there'll be lots of good games, new Metal Gear. Who knows if Resident Evil 5 will be there. Killzone 2, can't wait to see that. I think Sony have got a load of announcements, PS3 related exclusive stuff, which basically I know what they are but I can't say. But think about popular PS3 games that might want a sequel.
Genji.
Orbit.
Oh Andy, you've spoilt everything.
The crab's back.
Return of the Crab.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So yeah, possibly even Genji. That's mostly Andy saying that. And there's going to be new hardware, I believe.
What, a new console?
The game hardware.
PS4.
Yeah, not the game hardware, but
I thought you meant that online racing thing
Yeah.
from the olden days.
Wasn't that on PS2?
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was,
that
yeah.
their launch?
Yeah, online
Yeah,
one,
Was
yeah.
to show
It was.
their online
It
stuff.
was alright. I played it for a little
it's
bit.
alright. It just
Yeah.
felt like a vehicle to show off online,
But that-
literally. Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
won't be there.
Well,
No.
it might be. but
Unsubstantiated
I
rumours.
massively doubt that will be there. Massive doubts over that. And yeah, there's be loads of good stuff to look forward to. So it does mean, as a byproduct, hopefully, the issue of PSM3 we're working on now will have loads of amazing stuff in it.
So it means lots of late nights cramming it all in, doesn't it?
Oh,
She brought the mood down.
Actual workload may vary, but we're probably going to be quite busy. But in an exciting way, which is really good.
That'd be great.
As you listen to this podcast, it should be, hopefully, provided we've got everything right, only a day until the new PSM3 goes on sale.
Yes.
Which features on the cover wrestling.
That's its technical name.
It features
WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
featuring ECW.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got the longest title.
with
Yeah, it has got a very long title.
Just go to your local supermarket, buy the magazine with the longest title.
And then what is actually on the cover? Is it one man or?
Well, you should
Remember you're doing it with your eyes closed.
You cue them up, and I'll hit them into the stands. Because it turns out we've got not 8 or 6, but 9 potential covers.
9 covers, you say?
9 covers.
Well, potential
No
covers. They are main
You've
covers.
been rehearsing this.
Yeah,
collectible covers, may I add?
collectible covers.
Are all these covers on one issue?
Well,
Is it one issue with
Are you
9 covers on it?
We've got
That made no sense.
we've got 8 wrestlers on 8 different covers. Plus, if you're lucky enough to find a cover that doesn't look like a man, and you get that cover, read the instructions in the magazine because you could be a very lucky boy stroke girl.
But what wrestlers are there? What amazing... Can we name some of the wrestlers that we've got on the cover?
Reveal one, Andy. Reveal one.
Lashley.
oh, there you go. I think you're going to say Undertaker's because you're looking at the one in front of you.
You've just revealed 2.
That's 2.
Oh,
That's
Lashley.
enough. Let them find them themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
think
should probably take a good guess at most of them.
that's the best thing. And bonus prizes, which are actually real prizes, but just like mental kudos props. If you can find the man who looks a bit like Al Murray, the pub landlord. But it's weird because I'm not. I should admit it. I'm not the world's biggest wrestling fan,
Yes.
and I've played the games a bit. In the past, I played them a lot, and kind of felt like they weren't evolving, and I felt like they had the same problems year on year on year. But I feel like this is. I know it came out on 360 last year, but this feels like the first proper next gen version.
This is the evolution of the ones that you've already played, people.
I think this is the big leap, and I think it's a story in it. And Dave's been to Japan to play it, and Dave can now, without revealing too much, give us the scoop on what he's seen.
Well, as you've probably gathered already, there are 8 different fighting styles. So some wrestlers are powerhouses like The Undertaker. Some are technical experts like, say, Ric Flair. Some are showmen like Randy Orton. And each style does feel sufficiently different. Each wrestler feels sufficiently different to the last as to actually make an impact tactically on how you're going to wrestle this next match.
Has it actually improved the things that were wrong with with SmackDown?
Like, for example, man.
For example, turns over invisible men on notepads, and things like the impacts when you're fighting. I never felt like the clipping was exactly correct. I never felt like I'm a giant man headbutting another man. Does it feel
know that wrestling isn't real, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to feel anything.
Oh.
So in that way, it was really accurate.
Yeah, I guess in the way that they don't actually really hurt
No,
you.
it does feel like it's got a lot more impact this year. Just as you smack people and slam them down, it feels a lot more solid than it has done in previous years.
Excellent.
I didn't notice any sort of problem with that. Although, of course, I reserve the right to change my mind when the review code comes in.
That's what we like, the old jerk.
But it seemed solid enough to me at the time.
I think it's, you've probably seen the screen so far and you've probably got an idea of what it is. But I will say, even as a non-wrestling fan, I saw the screens and was pleasantly surprised. And I think...
Yeah, it looks lovely.
Yeah, it looks lovely
gorgeous.
and it's interesting and makes for, and I can commend this, an excellent read.
Yes, thanks.
That's okay, Dave.
You need to tell Dave that.
Why? No problem, Dave. That's just good.
What else have we got in this
Well,
issue?
let me tell you about news this issue. Oh, we've got some news for you. We have got some news for you actually,
Have
which
we?
is good. Yeah, we've been to EA's recent Gamers Day in
Yes.
Los Angeles, where they showed off their entire PS3 lineup. EA were very good actually, and enabled everyone to chat to the developers. And we talked to the Half-Life guys, who were actually very candid about the problems they've been having developing Half-Life for the PS3.
Yep.
And this is, Valve, who are like really respected, brilliant developer, but they're saying that they found the PS3 a very difficult machine to work for. There's a good side to the story, as in EA got their UK division to help out make the game. And it looks like they've got it running and it's going really, really well. But I think what it exposes is that part of the reasons that PS3 starts being a little bit lacklustre perhaps with some of the games, and we're not seeing a visual leap over a lot of Xbox 360 stuff like yet, is because it's such a complex thing to program for.
Yeah.
And I won't waffle on, but it's to do with like the multi-core architecture of the machine. And we've got a lot of quotes from guys like the Lair guys, Dave Doak, who works at Free Radical, who are explaining that if you actually start building your game on PS3 first, you'll get a lot better results. It's a lot easier to port to a 360 as opposed to vice versa. But I guess because people are more comfortable building on 360, because it's been out there 2 years, they're building that and then they're finding that code hard to put across to PS3, and they're not getting the best out of PS3.
No, most developers have only had their dare I say it, have had their PS3 test kits or dev kits for like months.
Yeah, it's not
like a year at the most.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that's why we're not seeing like really cracking games out there that are just going to blow you away. It's just literally people just haven't had time to work on them. So. Yeah,
and I think we're going to see, maybe start to see it this year, and I think certainly in the sort of second, third wave of PS3 software, I think you'll start to see, I'm not saying it's going to be night and day, but you're going to see a little jump between PS3 games and Xbox 360 games. I mean, we saw, I was in Paris recently, yeah, and looking at Haze, which they showed off, and it was one of the first like well, if you don't know if it's cross-format or not, it's leading on PS3 exclusively, but they showed that off on PS3 and actually led on PS3 and made a big point of the fact that this is playing on a PS3. And I don't know, it just looked beautiful. Like when you were seeing it, being manoeuvred live, and they showed off a lot of the co-op play, and there's like 4-player stuff, and I think they've like deliberately tried to match what Halo 3's doing. And to my eyes, I thought, this is a really serious contender. This looks fantastic. And certainly even in single player, the particle effects, like the smoke, it's like literally the best. It's absurd, isn't it? But like the best smoke I've ever seen in a game.
Yeah.
And you see that, and a little part of you goes, "Oh, I've never seen smoke look so good." And that's exciting, and you feel like, yeah, PS3 is the machine that does smoke. We've nailed smoke.
It's worth noting, Dan does get excited about really small things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks brilliant. So yeah, we've got a big report in news. We're talking about, I think, the problems that have been, why they've been, and hopefully how they're going to get solved. And a report on the back of that of all the EA's new games lineup. We've got the first hands-on impressions of Army of Two.
Yeah.
Which, some quite interesting tidbits in that, where, well, basically there's a when you get shot or your friend gets shot, there's a mini game where you've got to go over and plug ladies' hygiene products, or known as tampons, into his wounds, which is apparently what real mercenaries do. And there's a little mini game where you have to tap the buttons and to insert a tampon in the wound.
Surely there's more medical packs that they can take away with them. Than
you think so?
Than a packet of tampons.
But there was buy one get one free.
Surely. Maybe it was.
I can't speak. If any mercenaries are listening,
yeah.
Please don't kill us.
Yeah.
Just tell us why you use tampons.
Yeah, that's all we want to know.
And not
that's
just
all.
cotton buds.
So yeah, pretty packed news section. We've got previews. I think like the highlight previews is we've got, as we speak, unseen screens of Pro Evolution Soccer 2008, which is weird because like what we saw, and again we're in danger of talking about PES again. We're going to do that in a bit, but the screens we've seen that are in the mag got us a lot more excited than maybe our first screens we saw on the net.
Because you always see the same ones over and over again. No matter what PES it has been, it's always either Brazil, Portugal, Spain or Italy. And you always see the same set-up shots all the time. And basically that has no representation of the in-game at all. But we've seen in-game.
Yeah, we've got an in-game screen, folks.
Yeah.
And some menu, and we've got some screens that look like, I don't know, when we saw them we were like, is this PES? Is this? And they're not necessarily of the game itself, they're like of extra stuff that can't confirm what they are yet.
Just the players.
Yeah, not just players, and we're kind of, speculating about what we think they're going to be. But I think if you're a big Pro Evo fan, you'll see them and you'll kind of understand what they're hinting at, and I think it's really exciting, basically.
Should be.
Yeah, it should be exciting. So, you know, we can't, like Nathan D said, you know, we can't wait to see more pairs, basically.
As well as that, we've got like good stuff with regards to Call of Duty. We've got Warhawk.
Well, yeah, we've been playing the Warhawk beta that went live, which quite a lot of people have been playing, and Andy's played that quite a lot. And you like this, don't you?
Yeah, I've been playing it. I've actually been playing it for fun, just you know.
Playing games for
fun. No, just like before work and stuff. It's like, oh, I've got half an hour, might as well have a little go on Warhawk. I think it's probably the first PS3 online game that I've actually been genuinely excited by. And that it does what Battlefield does, but it does it much simpler and sort of it's more fun and instant. It's less about tactics, although it can be tactical, but it's quite sort of quite a throwaway action game.
Yeah.
With tactical opportunities within. There you go.
Yeah, it's
that's
quite,
a review.
It's just, this is quite cartoony and solid. Well, that's it then. 8. Note we mark out 100.
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's like most online games where if you get a good server full of good people who are like quite chatty and stuff, then it can be fun. But if you've got like a server like full of people in clans who are all just there to sort of, you know, have fun amongst themselves, then it's a bit kind of, you feel a bit left out. But you know, it depends on the people, like all online games.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's 30 something players, so if you get a really hectic server, it feels it's quite frantic and exciting, and everyone's rushing to get the aircraft in.
Yeah.
And it's not kind of like when they first showed that game off, the Warhawk.
Yes.
When they first showed off, it looked like a flying game, didn't it?
Yeah, it
It's
did.
like a proper, like Andy says, Battlefield style game.
Yeah, it's quite. I mean, there's still some like issues with like sort of the seamlessness of getting from air to ground and stuff. But once they're already like, if you look in a new issue, the producer explains what's being adjusted to suit what people think of the beta. So they are actively fixing things.
So yeah, we've got a pack preview section. We've got another exclusive feature. We've got a first look at Destroy All Humans on PS3.
Yep.
Which Nathan's been to see.
Yes. In New York, since all we're name dropping places we've been.
Oh yes, that drops Paris.
Top Trump.
Drop it like it's hot.
Paris is alright, bro. In comparison.
Yeah, so I've been to see that, and that was surprisingly beautiful and like quite interesting. I didn't really have much interest in Destroy All Humans before, but when I saw this one, I really wanted to get involved with it, so I'm sort of looking forward to it on PS3.
Yeah, we won't give too much away because it's all in the issue, but
Yeah.
it is like a newish setting, not new direction, but
New period,
Yeah.
new time period.
Dancing
direction.
Yeah, they're definitely destroying all humans.
No, not protecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, do check it out. That's really cool. Reviews we've got.
Well, we've got The Shocking Truth About the Darkness,
Yeah.
which was pitched as one of the most promising games on PS3, but turns out it isn't that great. We've also got the fantastic Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which Andy loved, and is good.
That was awesome.
It's not just good,
It's not just good, awesome. All right.
it's awesome.
It's rad.
We've got Rainbow Six Vegas, which split the office basically. We wasn't sure whether it was great or whether it was a bit pump compared to the 360 version that we've all played, but still manages to hold up quite well on PS3.
Yeah.
There's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix for all you Potter fans out there.
All you potheads.
All you Potterheads.
Yeah.
If we can just add some sort of comedy drum sound effects there.
For
please.
the second time.
Slow the speech down. Yeah, man. And so on. Yeah.
Well, Harry Potter, some nice ideas, looks beautiful, is a bit...
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's
Right.
weird. I understand. I've not played it enough, but I almost can't believe it looked better to me than I think perhaps the score it's got. But I didn't play it extensively like our reviewer did, who says that despite it looking gorgeous and having some really innovative six-axis stuff, the mission structure isn't perhaps as great as it could be. So, you know, again, you don't want to say, if you're a Potter fan, if you're a pothead,
Yeah.
you'll love this. If you're a Potter fan or a pothead,
Yeah.
you might love this, because it does look really good.
Yes.
I played one mission of it when it was demoed to us, and that basically did involve me just walking from one end of Hogwarts to the other to find a book in the library, and then I couldn't work out which book it was, and the developer with me also couldn't work out which book it was. So, mission structure perhaps not as great. Like
breathtaking book-finding missions.
Yeah.
Can you fight the end?
Our reviewer did threaten to ring up EA at one point, didn't he? Because he was stuck.
Yeah.
That's right. Our reviewer
Stuck on a child's game.
Yeah.
I just know the story, but I'm just mocking
yeah.
next time
If you're
I see
listening, Dave,
Yeah.
this is now your public shame.
We've also, back to the reviews, we've also got the Unfantastic Four.
Yeah.
Again. Rise of the Silver Surfer.
New developer, new console.
Same
Yes.
old.
Same
old
not
rubbish,
great. Not great
Fantastic
game.
Four.
Sadly.
We've also got the interesting Dawn of Mana, which you should check out.
Sequel to the old SNES game, Secret of Mana.
Yes. Well remembered.
PS2 Square Enix, if I'm not mistaken, and kind of a more combat based, and apparently does really good things with physics, which is not what you think of a Square Enix game, but
No.
worth checking out. Something a bit different.
And then we've got the usual reviews roundup at the end, which includes the greatness of Great Battles of Rome, Superbikes on PSP, Tomb Raider on PSP, which is brilliant, Exit 2, and Hot Pixel, Dragon Ball Z, and King of Fighters 50 million.
No, it's 49.
Oh, it's 49.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best yet.
Yeah,
In a great series.
it's all changed down at King of Fightersville.
And yeah, suffice to say, issues packed. It's great. We've got to say that. And extended play, we've got some interesting stuff in Shadow of Rome, including a grab of a man who's had all his limbs removed with a sword or an axe, and he's lying there as a head on a piece of beef, just begging to be finished with a sword blow.
You literally can't
the
get
Black
past that
Knight.
grab.
Like the Black Knight.
Yeah.
In Holy Grail.
It's pretty. It's sad, but what a great game, Shadow of Rome. In places.
We've also got the Star Wars universe
Literally.
on 2 pages with lots of stuff about the Star Wars games, including the Lego games and the not so good Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith.
They're not so good. But yeah, we've got a map of the Star. You might have seen it, but a map of the Star Wars universe. So if you're ever flying from Kashyyyk or whatever it is to Hoth, you'll know how to get there.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away, we've also got a great thing on the beasts that are in Oblivion. We've got a great thing on Motorstorm, on why it's so fantastic and just a really great defining moment there, and also why you should be playing Formula 1 online too.
Yeah, Formula 1 and pictures of Lara Croft in the leather catsuits.
Well, not Lara Croft.
Not just one,
Some women pretending
not
to be
12,
But-
but 5.
But 5 Lara Crofts minus Rona Mitra.
Who's
Find
the
out
best
why
one?
in PSM3. Available in all good shops tomorrow.
Hopefully.
If you're listening to this the day before it goes on sale.
Or maybe in
Yeah.
a few days or yesterday or something.
Yeah.
And also, we should mention the DVD because we've got 2-sided DVD with the usual selection of great HD trailers, including Haze. Lots of other great things. We've got up the amount of game saves on side B of the disc this month. So we've got PSP game saves through some of the big games like the GTA games on PSP. We've got magazine review content. We're just looking to grow that side all the time, so please let us know what you want to see in it. Not now, obviously, because it's just us talking in a microphone.
Yeah, don't ring us now, or else I'll
Not
have to
shy.
edit this bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, please email, get in touch via the mag. It would be great to hear what you'd love to see on it.
Yeah, just tell us what you want to see on the disc, and we'll make it happen.
But
as long
not
as it-
free games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or pornography, or
Yeah.
you know,
Because there's enough of that in the mag.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, this is the section of the podcast where we're talking about. Well, I'm not talking about. We're answering your questions because we put up a post on the forum.
At www.psm3mag.com. Is it .com?
Yes, .com.
.com.
Yeah.
.com.
I was just going to say the end.
.co.
.co.
But I just wanted to say .com.
.co.
Go there.
Go on there, click on our forums, and there's a big. You can just go there, ask us any questions you want answered, and we'll tackle a few now. And we'll kick off with one from forum/blog regular Tyler.
And
Big shout out to Tyler, ladies and gentlemen.
Tyler.
Hello, Tyler.
He's been in the magazine 3 times.
Oh, he loves it, really?
3 whole times.
And I was on the podcast 1 time.
Kicking off.
One time.
He's kicking it off, which is good. So,
Yeah.
he says, have you played any of the football sims yet? For example, FIFA 08 and Pro Evo 2008. Are they a big step up from the current games?
Well, I'll field that one.
Yes.
No, we haven't.
Next question.
Yeah.
And on to the next one.
Yeah, no, we haven't, have we?
No, not yet, but hopefully we are going to. Like, we've heard and seen more information than anyone else will probably know. But we just haven't got to grips with it yet. And when we do, you guys will be the first to know.
Yeah.
Well, after us.
Apart from maybe when we talk to each other. But
Yeah, and our friends.
And our immediate friends.
But somewhere down the
Not
line,
my
you
family.
guys will know.
Not my family. They're not knowing anything about Pro. That's my information. Alright.
Tan's going off on a tangent.
Alright,
here.
father.
Hang on.
And so on. PES. I think the thing about PES is we touched upon earlier. I think there's a lot more exciting stuff to be revealed that they're not showing, and that might involve. I'm not sure about licensing. I fear for licensing because I think they're going to have such extensive editing functions. That's brilliant. I'm glad they've got that in, and I do think that with the way PS3 is, it'll be so easy to share team data.
Yeah.
So I think whatever happens with licensing, I'm not worried because I think everyone who can play PES will be able to get access to brilliant kits and brilliant players, etc.
Yeah.
But I think generally things like the online play, the Master League, I think the Master League is going to be radically revised this year. That's this is me speaking, but I'm pretty confident it will be. And
Pretty sure it will.
it's desperate for that because I play the Master League every year, and every year I play it, I go, I'm just doing the same thing, but I'm playing it just because I want the new players. I want Fabregas to be good this year because he was rubbish last year.
Yeah.
I want him to be wearing this kit. I want his haircut to be better, and I just go through the motions, but I still love it. So I think this year's going to be a proper sea change in the way they do things. You'll see a bit of that in the screenshots we've got, maybe. But that looks good. FIFA, I don't know what to say about it.
Well, yeah, we've seen at this moment in time, we've seen very little of it as it stands. But is it going to be a big step up from what they've said? They're promising a lot with this next one.
Yeah, they're talking about like a random element where I think again this is like the proper physics. The ball's properly detached from the foot, so depending on like the analog way you sweep your feet, it'll make the ball bounce in different ways. But they sort of had this on the 360 version last year, and it was, apart from when you were really close up in replay, couldn't really tell why that was brilliant.
The best thing about the 360 version was the intro, with just a man and a goal. That was the best thing, and it was sort of almost over it. It was almost first person. The actual game wasn't as much fun.
Oh, is that where you could, in the loading screen, shoot a goal?
On the menu, yeah, and it was the same physics and everything. It was like properly focused in on and having the ball detached then felt really good. Put it in a game situation didn't work as well. So hopefully with 08 it'll all come together, because I thought having the ball detached did make it feel a lot more sort of like it was a random element, but it felt like you're actually playing football. It didn't feel like I've got to wait for this half second of animation to finish before I can shoot. Yeah. It felt like just bang, different players had different ways of going about things. It felt really sort of, there was, when I looked at it I thought, wow, that's massively exciting. In the end it wasn't, it didn't quite come together, so maybe that, first time on PS3, maybe that's what it's going to be all about.
Yeah, I think what it lacked, the first next gen one, was that feeling of, for me, I don't know, I felt like I got to a certain stage, like to the back line, I couldn't get away to beat the last man or use, like say, Ronaldo to do what he does. I didn't think they were perhaps as differentiated as they could be. And I thought even the PS2 one had improved on that, because there were loads of good skill moves in it, and I felt like that lacked that. So hopefully if the PS3 version combines that with the next gen engine, it could be really exciting, and they've always got the licensing. So it'll be interesting to see how both games develop, so I hope that sort of answers your question, Tyler. Now we've got actually 3 questions.
Yeah. Are we going to answer all 3?
Well, maybe just one.
Yeah, let's pick one.
Let's pick one. Which one should we pick? Saints Row 2007.
A game that's no longer coming out on PS3.
Yeah, that's apparently a man's name.
Yeah.
Saints Row 2000. Is that a man's name?
Birthday.
Yeah.
His birthday.
His birth name.
I name you Saints Row.
Let's read out the one that's got no commas or full stops in it at the bottom.
Oh, right, go on then. Go on, no, I'll do it then.
Go on then.
Why is there, in the Motorstorm Poor Hollywood video on the PS3, a picture of the PlayStation store, but it has a bar down the side like iTunes, and I have yet to find one like this, and I have used nearly everyone, still can't get one like that. Tell me why.
Literally why?
I'm having an oxygen attack.
What's the Paul Hollywood video?
That's one of the guys who worked on MotorStorm. If you go on the PlayStation Store, you can download a MotorStorm video. He's talking about downloadable content.
Oh yeah, that video will be on our discs.
Yeah.
Be on that disc I produce every month.
Yeah.
Well done.
I don't know why. Maybe it's like an what?
Maybe it's like an internal.
Yeah, internal
Sony
debug version of the store. Probably a version that the developers used to test putting their content up before they actually release it into the wild.
Yeah,
that's what that'll probably be.
I agree. I think the thing with the menus and the cross-media bar on PS3 is that it's always going to evolve, because Sony release new firmware updates. You're always going to get new features and things. So I dare say if they had anything brilliant that we haven't got, we'll get it eventually.
To answer Saints Row's 2007's first question, how do podcasts work? Please tell me how I download them.
Well, if you're listening to this, then
you downloaded it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But no, there will be full instructions on the site.
Should you want to pass it on to?
So if you are a friend of Saints Row 2007 and he's been coming in all sad because he can't get his iTunes working,
just give it
then please show him how to and point him in the direction of our forum, which has all the instructions.
We'll have that. We're hoping we'll be able to get it up on iTunes as well. So under a name like the PlayStation 3 podcast by not it won't sound like that, but by PSM3.
Yes.
So it'd be fairly straightforward.
Might it go on our disc as well, maybe at some point?
Perhaps it will. Yeah, I can't see why not.
We'll put it on
Site B.
probably keep an archive of them if we do any more of them.
Perhaps we'll even put on the bits, including the bits we haven't.
Outtakes. An extra extended version of 4 hours.
And a video of Dave.
Uncut, hilarious.
Oh, Dave with MC Hammer trousers.
Dave's dancing, definitely, aren't they?
Yes.
No. So thanks for your questions.
Saints Row.
He did have another question, but I'll be quite honest.
If we've got time at the end, maybe we'll answer.
Saints Row will return to your second question, if needs allow.
Let's move on.
The next question is from Underdose. Again, I think that's his real name and not an online handle. Do you think Sony? This is him speaking. Do you think Sony losing out on any kind of
Michael Caine?
He sounds like Michael Caine.
It is Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Do you think Sony losing out on any kind of GTA exclusive will be a big blow?
To who?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't this question answer itself? Does it?
Well, it depends whether you've got both consoles.
Yeah.
Milf. Do you which
what one are you
console
buy?
will you play it on?
Because you've got both.
Probably PS3, because I'm one of the people who I haven't actually finished many of the GTA games, so the downloadable content doesn't really apply to me that much. But I think a lot of other people will buy a 360 one for the content.
I would.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Wrong answer.
Yeah. Wrong magazine.
But I'll buy the PS3 one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what I meant to say is
just buy them both.
Get a
Just play the 360 one, but make sure you buy the PS3 version as well.
I'll just play the downloadable content and then on the Xbox and then switch
to be honest, I can't imagine that this episodic content that they'll be putting on Xbox Live will be anything more than just story filler and nothing else. I can't see it being like massively life changing that you've got to get an Xbox 360 and get that as well.
No, I don't
because
think.
Rockstar, I can't see Rockstar making that sort of deal with Microsoft, knowing that they've got to launch it cross platforms.
Yeah, it's a delicate, and I guess traditionally GTA has always been a PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The rumours are that like Microsoft have paid like up to $50 million to get this exclusive content.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Can't substantiate. And I guess if you're Microsoft, you'd expect something pretty good for that. And whether that's, I don't know, whether it's like a multiplayer, extra map or expansion level or a few stories. I think it'll be decent, but I don't think it's a crippling blow. And I think that GTA itself is going to have so much to absorb yourself in, so much to lose yourself in, that it's not the end of the world. I mean, you can't lie and say we'd rather not have the content. You know, you'd always rather have it, but I don't think it's the crippling blow that, you know, perhaps a lot of Xbox fans would make out.
No. Is that answered, Mr. Underdogs?
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was Barry Norman.
Yeah.
Rory Brenner.
Here we go.
Here we go. Cue up.
Yeah.
Oh, I've created a dangerous precedent.
Cue up this question from Extreme J-Dan.
Will a proper version of the Pro Dojo ever be brought back?
Oh.
Let's all say it at once.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No one knows.
I think the answer is we've not got any plans to bring it back.
Yeah, that's a good be political response.
Yeah, I think that we're not ruling it out, but I think in its format as it used to live in the magazine, perhaps it won't. But we're not ruling out the possibility of online-based leagues and things within using our PSM3mag.com.
In the future, definitely we'll be doing something along those lines. But what we don't want it to turn into is 8 people sending their videos into us of Tony Hawk's like lines that they've been doing, and then them 8 people just competing every month. We want to make sure that everyone is involved in this universe.
Feels included.
So maybe it'll be more of an online thing. Maybe Home will allow us to do some sort of league table type thing.
The idea of like actual like recording stuff onto a VHS is like so archaic now compared to the iToy camera and like media browser and stuff. You know, when we were moving offices, we had like 2 enormous boxes of old VHS tapes, and it just like, you know, it's such an old-fashioned way of doing that. So we need to evolve.
I think, you know, it will be. You know, if you're playing SingStar on your PS3, you record your i3 movie, you'll be able to send it to us directly. And I know Sony will have their own vehicles for flagging it up, but we can put it on and have like the best SingStar movie of the month. This will happen even more with games like Skate and Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, because in those games not only can you skate and do tricks, you can chop them up into your own videos, share them online like YouTube, and then you can send them to us and we'll do our own competitions for like the best skate video of the month maybe. We can do all this online. And I think there's just almost, we don't know the potential of what the PS3 network offers yet. But if you've got cool things you've done in the game, we'd always want to see it. I mean, even if it's not under the strict Pro Dojo banner, send it in. We've got a disc to put stuff on. We'd love to do that basically.
Definitely.
So that's cool. So yeah, Grant, it's not a definite no, but not for now.
Not right now.
Not right now. The next set of questions are from
FL Style or Flustyle?
Freestyle.
Flustyle. Oh no, I like this question actually. He says, what has to be done to the fighting game genre before you'll be happy with its progression compared to the step up other genres have made since the PS1 days? Well, basically, I've made this game already.
In
my mind. But I just thought like Warriors could have been this game. And I think a few games could have been this game. As in, all I want is like a beat 'em up where the environment is properly interactive.
Like Def Jam.
No, not
No, the good Def Jam, the second one.
Well, that's what we thought, isn't it? We thought Def Jam Icon was going to be this amazing, like punch a man, like you were fighting in the tarmac of the petrol station.
Yeah.
Then you punch him through a window into the actual, cash register bit.
That's what they touted.
Yeah.
Did they deliver?
And what was the environmental interaction in that? It was just absurd, like wickedy hands and
Skyscrapers bouncing to the team.
Yeah. I could see what they was trying to do in Def Jam, but I think, and this might be quite a controversial thing to say, but I think they was under pressure to rush the game out for the launch of PS3 rather than actually make their vision of what they wanted in the first place.
We don't know that, but I think that seems, you look how it is, it looks like they compromised something to get it out. And I don't know, it just seemed like it didn't even seem as good as the old games in terms of feeling snappy and punchy.
Definitely not. Fight for New York was one of the best fighting games on PS2.
I agree.
Yeah, amazing, like really brilliant feeling of impact.
Yeah.
I guess it was helped by DualShock, but again, the blazing moves in that, they were brilliant. Like, they felt like little superheroes in there, didn't they? They were amazing.
It was great.
Sound effects kicked ass.
Yeah,
the backflips on a man's head and stuff.
But rather than just animate different people, they motion captured certain men, so there's only certain things that they can do with those motion captured people.
Yeah, it did look that way. I mean, the difference in fighting styles was pretty negligible in Def Jam.
Yeah. Well, it just wasn't existing.
Yeah,
it just wasn't there,
or none.
Yeah.
So I was just disappointing. But I mean, I think what the step for me, and I don't know how possible this is I just want to see like an environment that's completely and utterly destructible. So I want to be able to get a guy, like punch him in the face several times, for example, and then like punch him up against a bar. And then as I'm near the bar, something like, press this button to flip him on the bar, and then I've got him on the bar, and I can like run his face down a set of glasses that are smashing glass by glass. As he's going, oh, this is horrible, oh God, oh, he's bleeding, and then you get him off and kick him into the cash register and smash the cash register on him. Coins spill out everywhere.
Turn off his mic.
Hold him down, hold him down.
Yeah, and I want like coins to spill out of the cash register. I want to be able to pick him up and flick him in his face. I want it to be like a real fight. I want it like a fight.
Just get some coins in his eyes. Welcome to Fight Town, my friend.
Be honest, imagine so you can pick up 250p's, flip them on both fingers, both land on his eyes, completely obscuring his vision, and it's in slow motion, he's blundering about, and you can go in like...
That sounds like when Nate threw some money at Dave.
Brilliant.
So you want to throw mad coins at people? Got a football match.
I think, and I just want environmental direction. I want to throw a man through a banister. I want the banister to snap.
Dan's talking about real life.
Banister on his head. I want that to snap into two bits.
You want to hurt a man.
What you want is stranglehold without guns. Then.
Yeah.
That sort of vibe. It is. And almost like Dead Rising on 360 does a brilliant job of being able to pick up most things in the environment. Like in that game, you can pick up like samurai swords, shotguns, guitars.
Pick up a frying pan and heat it up, and then burn his zombie's face with it.
Massive sponge bear.
Do you really have time to heat it up?
Yeah, you can heat it up.
Yeah.
And the thing that's amazing is that everything you use in that game responds like it's that object. So if I attacked, a man with a sponge bear, it's basically shit. But it's like, you think, like, I've got a massive sponge bear, and you go, and he like rubs against him, the zombies like, and that's
yeah. When you get like a lightsaber, you think this is going to be amazing, but it's off of a toy shop, so it's just plastic. And yeah, that's clever.
Like Futurama lightsabers.
Yeah.
The cues in that game, if someone can take that on to the next level with really, like not complicated, but just a solid, like a Def Jam, Vendetta, or Fight for New York style fight system with that level of environmental interaction.
Yeah, I mean, just adding to that, I think for me to take it up to the next level of fighting games, I want to be able to, for example, if I punch a man really hard in the arm, he can't use his arm because he's knackered for the rest of the fight. So he's trying to jab at me with his other arm, but he can't.
Oh, that would be good actually.
And then I snap his other arm.
They've used that before.
Yeah, just talking about real life.
And then I just keep punching him.
This is getting quite vivid
Until
now.
his face turns into dust.
It's just like two flailing sticks.
That's like an earlier conversation with Joel.
No, but that's what I want. I mean, Shadow of Rome did that. He chopped a man's arm off. He'd run away because obviously he's injured. and he's worried that you might chop his other arm. Yeah, that's what you want. It's just taking it to that next level of like the animations of the characters and stuff like that, the individual like natures that how they react to having their faces.
What I'd need on that, because like I was going to say, Fight Club did that, didn't it? Sort of, you could snap a man's arm and then it hang uselessly by his side, but obviously Fight Club was rubbish.
Yeah.
So it's how it's implemented, and I think it's true of the destructible environments too. Is that it can't be like you throw a man into a cash register and it sort of breaks in the same rubbish way every time.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I read, I sort of was looking at this a while ago, was it's all touted, none of it's been seen, but the new current gen Star Wars stuff, they're apparently developing like this new physics engine which will be wherever it's like almost impossible to recreate.
The Euphoria engine, it's called.
Yeah, there's like a particular name. There's like
it's the Euphoria engine, I think. And it does something with every time you break a board. Let's say I throw a stone into a board, it might like dent it a bit and crack it. If I threw a massive like bowling ball at it, a giant one, it would like actually totally crack it and snap it. And it's all like it's real world physics basically.
Yeah, it's like a particle system, and I'd like to see that on then, like if I hit someone, and it would be like where I hit them on the arm, and and like I'd want to see the bone break at that exact point, or you know what I mean, a wall smash in a particular way, more realistic.
As long as it was done in a way that you couldn't. I wouldn't want first punch to like like hit a man's arm, and he goes, "I'm out. This is it." But like, you had to like work him up, and like so there was like a little thing you created where I don't know, you worked him up so much, and when he was weak, you could come in for the kill on one part of his body, like punch it, and then you get
burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, flipping Chinese burn. But even Chinese burn will make me laugh, so you could do it. And like you did it like comedy.
Tennis.
You can do Chinese burns.
Wedgies.
Well,
I've already made the game that you wanted there.
No, they're just
Minus
it's been
the
made.
coins in the eyes.
Flipping coins at people. You can throw coins at people in Hitman.
Yeah.
It's Nathan.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
Yeah, you can Hitman with
No,
coins.
yeah, we did it the other day.
So there you
So
go.
I think a lot of the elements that would make the perfect beat 'em up are like out there. But it's bringing them together on next gen. And I think like Nathan says, I think real world physics would be part of it. And like again, that's your Euphoria engine. LucasArts have got there's a thing with you punch a guy off a bridge. He's not quite off the bridge. He's hanging on. His little tiny computer brain will tell him he has to stay alive. So he'll fight to sort of hang on and stay up. They'll always fight to be on their feet, but in different ways. And I think stuff like that's the future of fighting games. You want to play if you're playing a Streets of Rage style game.
Yeah.
You want each drone to be like a proper opponent.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
In the same way, fallible like a proper opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go in with a massive bat and smash loads of men at once.
Yeah.
Do 360 spins and things.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. So I think that's it's a good question. I hope we're waiting for that beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It does everything. I don't know what Dave. You got any thoughts about what you want to see in a beat 'em up?
Just lots more, the most realistic violence possible. That's all I want.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Track those comments about the dancing.
Dave's wearing his Manham t-shirt and
Yeah.
he's gone a bit mad.
Dave's gone wrong. Well, we've got time for one more question, but we're going to kind of combine two questions because we've had a few on a similar topic.
Yep.
There's one from Joe has asked, "What's our favourite game of all time?"
Yep.
And Fresh Metal has said, "What's your favourite guilty pleasure game of all time?" But perhaps we'll start with. Should we start with a guilty pleasure because that's a bit.
Let's start with a
more
guilty
niche.
pleasure then.
So this is kind of a game, I suppose, that is a bit bum, but you can't help but love it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, I think that's a guilty pleasure, isn't it?
Come on then, Dave, what's yours?
Okay, I haven't played for ages, but I remember reviewing it and thinking, this is rubbish, and yet still playing it for hours. And it is Beat Down, Fists of Vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What a game that was.
I don't even remember it.
Dave made a really nice fighter in Big Dan
I did.
who wore stilettos.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
yeah,
a
I
really,
do.
really
Yeah, I
big
do.
black man walking about wearing stilettos, nice pink outfit.
Nothing unusual there, officer.
It's a basically terrible button bashing with an awful but tragically bad script that made me laugh. And the
Jason
first-
G.
Jason G, that was him. And
Oh,
one of the first things
now.
One of the first things that happens, you get arrested, and to get out of prison, you do it by punching the wall down with your bare fist. Just the way you would.
See, that's quick.
How did they manage to arrest you?
This was a bad game.
That's the best game ever. I think.
Yeah.
Can't punch holes in humans, just walls.
Yeah.
It's all ludicrous. It's worth playing it just for the experience. Just get rented or something just for one night. It's a good laugh.
You could
Trust me.
probably get it for about £3 now, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you probably can.
One of the guys in the forum said that you can get 13 now for 99 pence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, that's amazing.
That is amazing. That's the.
I might go and get it for 99 pence.
Yeah, that's like a beef burger price.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's been like that price for ages.
Well, I might
bought
have
it
a beef
back in
burger instead.
January.
I do like beef burgers. Got grill 13.
So what's yours then, Milf? Guilty pleasure?
Gradius 5, actually.
Guilty pleasure.
I'm sure people aren't really that surprised because it was one of my rare kind of writing jobs on the mag, so I reviewed it.
Yes.
And most people kind of dismiss it as just a, bog standard shooter, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's really rock hard, but you get like a good sense of achievement once you've actually finished it. So that's my guilty pleasure.
Rich?
Oh, it's not so much his pleasure that I liked it, but I took a copy home and finished it, was the Da Vinci Code.
Oh.
What a
Yeah.
confession it is. It's bullshit.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely terrible. Awful character models, terrible stealth missions.
Whatever possessed you?
I've no idea. I've read the book and I just thought, I'll just take that home. And I kept playing it, and then I finished it and I thought, why did I waste my time doing that?
But you still finished it.
I still finished it. Yeah. Oh no, actually no, I didn't fully finish it because there's the last level where you go to this Scottish church, and I just couldn't be arsed by then. I just think, oh sorry, I think the dawn finally hit me.
It's quite a guilty pleasure.
It was.
Andy, what about you?
Well, I recently got into 24 television programme, and I saw the game 24. I thought I might as well play that. And then, although it's quite a bad game, if you like 24 or if you're excited about 24, it's a really good game because the cutscenes are so well done and directed by the men from the show and with all the proper voices. So I just felt like it felt good to be like Jack Bauer and being sort of kicking through doors and shouting "damn it" a lot.
So well done, Sony, for giving you that sort of.
Yeah, it made me feel. It achieved that by making me feel like Jack Bauer.
Oh.
Well, it's a good game. I recommend everyone who likes 24 go back and play it.
Maybe. I don't like 24, so I won't be doing that. What about you?
Mine is. It wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't that great. But I it was obscure. The sort of survival horror game set in a high school.
Oh, yeah.
And even though it was sort of just tepid, it was neither here nor there. But I really liked the lighting effect with the torch. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I basically played it to completion. And
could you not just have got a torch?
I've got my own torch. It doesn't hurt aliens.
They made this effect where it was like a spotlight.
It moved wherever your hand is.
I could not see in the dark. It was incredible.
Excellent.
What about you, Nathan?
Nathan?
Well, I was going to say Urban Reign, the Namco Sony game where you basically played like Tekken but on the streets running around.
That was quite good, wasn't it?
99 levels, all exactly the same. And I completed the game.
You had a structural flaw. The fighting was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. That's why I carried on. But I mean, it's not such a guilty pleasure because it was okay. But my ultimate guilty pleasure was Rayman Raving Rapids.
Yeah.
Or Rabbids.
Raving's
called.
Good game.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was sat there going, I was reviewing it, so I thought, a couple more goals. We'll see if we can get out of jail. I've got a plunger now. We'll go for a couple more, and then before I knew it, I'd spent 4 hours playing it and hadn't had a wash.
I finished it at Christmas.
Oh.
But I saw it was one of those games playing it with my lady friend, and she was like doing the bit with the level.
Lying,
on my own. I was playing it on my own.
At Christmas, in a bed set,
Right into a crumpled
With its frozen turkey.
crumpled Radio Times and my turkey flavoured pot noodle. Just another Christmas. Oh, I don't play Rayman. What's sad about that? I won't go on.
Yeah. Quickly.
Suffice to say, I got out of prison.
Everyone's favourite games quickly of all time.
Dave, go.
Of all time.
On PS2.
No, you've only got
Just all time, Dave. All time.
Sensible Soccer.
No.
Mario Kart and SNES.
Rich.
I'll go for Kami.
Dan.
Street Fighter 2 on SNES, and I didn't get to say my guilty pleasure, which is Leisure Suit Larry.
Sorry, Dan.
Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry on PS2. You've got to have a certain sense of humour, but I think that's, even though it's rubbish, it's probably the funniest game ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
I concur.
And Andy's best game ever is
Final Fantasy 7 on PS1.
Oh, good choice.
I'm going to go with GoldenEye on PS2.
Yeah.
No, on the PS1.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, that old one by Rare was rubbish. The new one was better because he actually had a golden eye.
First time out, I was confused. Either that or Chaos, which was on Spectrum.
Oh,
not many people know it.
You can't cast a golden dragon.
He's in. The dragon's in, and the bear.
There's no dragon.
Nathan?
Ico, probably.
Oh,
Just because it's wonderful.
Oh, I hate Ico.
Well, I don't.
And that's an argument.
Bombshell.
yeah, so I think, unfortunately, that's all the time we've got today to answer your questions.
Unfortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
If you want more.
Thanks so much for all your questions. We've got loads more that hopefully we'll get back to either through the mag or hopefully on a later podcast. But yeah, thanks so much for writing in. I don't know, I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been great fun.
It's been a day away from our desks.
Yeah.
You know.
Sat in a comfy chair.
Yeah.
Or not.
It's kept Dan away from his bed sit.
They kept me out of the bed for at least another hour, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Out of the pub.
again.
Yeah.
Those pot noodles don't boil themselves.
But yeah, well, I'd be keen to know what everyone on the forums and the magazines and whoever's listening to this actually thought of it, because it would be nice to get your feedback and what you'd like to hear more of.
And if you want us to stop, just say so.
Yeah.
Well,
And we won't. We'll carry on.
Carry on. It's
That's fine.
even longer, more rambling, less
Yeah.
funny.
Live from Dan's bed sit.
Until Dave agrees to do his dance on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow, we did a lot
if
of
we
these
get,
then.
let's really say, if we get how many votes, Dave will do the dance.
If we get 100 votes,
100, I think that might actually happen.
if we get 100, 1,000
I'd
votes,
say 1,000.
1,000 and
No.
Dave will dance.
5
5 votes.
No, just
Five.
5
Let's keep
votes.
5 votes.
If everybody,
How many
if everybody
would you- how
listening to
many?
this sends me £1,
So £1.
What would we have to
do?
do, Dave, to get you to dance in the MC Hammer pants? 30 seconds to C&C music
twice
practice.
a lot, probably. I'll think about it. Although if everyone listening does want to send me £1,
Make sure
Just
to
for
press
the kicks.
David Cook,
Yeah.
yeah.
PSM3.
We can't stop you starting a forum post demanding Dave's dance.
That's all we're saying.
In fact, you could start a clan.
Moderation powers only go so far.
Dave's dancing
And
pants.
Dave's only
Yeah.
one man.
I don't even have any MC Hammer pants.
Oh, we'll
so
get
I'll have
that.
to
We'll
Well,
sort
that's no
those out.
problem.
Sparkly
So,
one.
so that's
take
the
money out of
dream.
your salary to buy me some MC Hammer pants, Rich.
So-
Hey, I'll do anything for that.
That's about it.
I think that wraps it up. Thanks so much for listening. It's been great fun to do. I hope you've enjoyed listening. Look forward to your feedback, and guess all that remains is to say
Bye.